What else is really good? Insecure is really great.
Love Insecure.
Have you watched that, Ev?
Oh yeah. Okay. I love
Yeah.
Insecure.
Insecure is dope.
They got on my nerves this fucking past season. Like,
why?
They're fucking annoying, dog. Like, I don't know. I don't want.
You know what I like about Insecure though?
Annoying.
You know what I like about it? Like nobody on the show is perfect.
Right.
And if you see black people on TV a lot, they make them perfect.
Right. They're either like
or ghetto.
It's never
it's like
medium.
super extra shit.
Yep.
And then they have like this super fatal, destructive flaw.
Yes.
Like Olivia on Scandal, and her father.
Right.
Her father, who was also on one of my favorite shows ever, A Different World. Shout out to him.
Both of them extremely destructive human
Destructive
beings.
people. And then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, How to Get Away with Murder, Viola Davis.
Right, and she's got a slew of problems.
A slew of problems. So
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's not entertaining,
sociopath.
but I like that, like you said, Insecure makes it realistic. It's just black people and you know, their natural element, just living life. And everybody's got, you know, their own set of flaws or whatever, but it's, you know, it's what could be happening in your own neighborhood with your own friends. Right. It's not like, you know, everybody's got a crack addict problem or a...
Right. Not everybody's a fucking dope head.
Right.
You know, Lawrence, when he started out, he didn't have a job, but he was a super smart guy. He got back on his feet, started making shit right.
Lawrence...
Let's talk, yes.
Are you Lawrence Hive?
Nah, not. But listen,
Lawrence is a boss.
Are you
I watched the game, and he took over after...
That's right, he was blue.
He was blue in the game.
Yeah.
He was so annoying in the fucking game. He's so fucking annoying.
I think that was more of a function of that.
So I feel like the first season, I didn't really see that. I didn't see blue.
Yeah.
In the first season of Insecure, the second season he's
definitely blue.
Blue
He's
all the
blue.
way, and I'm just annoyed.
Because season 2, he was like whiny.
Yeah,
he was trying to get on the right foot. He kept fucking up. He should have kept fucking Tasha. That's what the fuck he should have kept doing. Ooh,
well, Tasha got a little. She was
ghetto. Ooh, she was.
Yeah. She was. Extra, she got a little extra at the end. It's all right. Fuck you too.
I like men's perspective of Insecure, especially of the second season, because, you know, you both just basically said, you know, Lawrence was too whiny or whatever, but this is the first time that we're really seeing him show emotion about his breakup, because up until this point, he really hasn't felt anything. He's been numb. He's been, you know, fucking the pain away, drinking the pain away, working the pain away, which is fine. I mean, that's usually how men deal with breakups.
All are good ways to, you know.
I get his emotion, but he was really being self-destructive. Like, he fucked it up with Tasha.
Yeah, he was.
He fucked it up with Arpana because he wanted to go to a dinner with his ex's friends.
She was dope.
Arpana was dope.
I want her.
So whatever.
He fucked with both of them in different ways, trying to front like he's a decent dude. If he had been honest with Tasha, he could have avoided all the drama he went through, because he fronted like he wanted to like be her man and shit, meet her family. If y'all are just fucking for the weekend, why are you meeting her family?
Right. But like, here's the thing though. When you look at how men and women break up with each other, often that's the case. Like, men will go out.
Oh, it's all in reverse.
Men will go out and be so happy after a breakup, usually. Like, they'll go out, they'll meet women, they'll have sex, they'll party, they'll live it up. And then there's always... it's like everything's new. They're like in a fucking bouncy house of adult fun. And then comes the crash for men much later, whereas women usually immediately...
Chill. Don't tell them that.
Hi, I'm gonna tell the truth.
It's absolutely reverse.
And then, you know, yes, and then for women, it's usually, you know, we break up and we're pretty miserable at first. We either eat our feelings or we don't eat. We cut our hair off, or we go through it pretty much immediately.
What's with the cutting the hair off? That's weird.
I've heard this before. I want to hear what she says first.
New hair.
I've heard a reason for this before.
New hair, new me.
It's a part of the moving on process. It's really... For women, so much...
That makes sense.
Okay, first of all, you're bald, so I wouldn't expect you to know a goddamn thing about hair. But with women... I
got hair on my chinny chin chin.
All right, and... so, you know, with women, a lot of who we are is tied up into our hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way we style it, if it's short, if it's long, if it's red, if it's blonde, if it's black. Yep. So much of who we are, I think, is wrapped up in our hair. It just is that way for women. And so cutting it kind of signifies cutting off the relationship, setting ourselves free. It's a change. You know what I mean? Because when things change in your life, you change yourself, and it just, listen, I'm not saying it makes sense or it doesn't, but that's really usually what it signifies.
Women. This was the exact reason I heard. This girl I was dealing with when I was like in my early 20s. I was like, why'd you cut your hair off? She was like, you know, I just had a major breakup and I wanted to just try something new and be a new me. I was like, okay. I don't understand, but you know, My hair grows back every 2 weeks. So I do the same shit to it all the time. So I don't get it.
Whatever makes you feel better about
women. We associate
relationship failing.
We associate different things with relationships. Like y'all, I feel like men can kind of disassociate a lot. Not completely. You guys have feelings, obviously, but like
I think I got no feelings. What you mean? No, I'm joking. I'm lying. I got feelings.
Fool.
I got feelings.
You know,
I ain't too proud.
Women, we tend to associate things with our relationships, like, you know, memories, like, oh, in this basement we fell in love, or we had our first kiss, or we watched our first movie, and you know, and we tend to remember those things forever. Like I can remember, like on Ab and I's first date, like what he wore, where we went, how I wore my hair. Like,
you hear this shit?
Oh, I was there live and in color for one of these. I definitely know.
It's not about me, guys. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying in general,
right.
like we tend to associate so much with things like that. So when we have a breakup, a lot of times we need to cut ties with those things. So like women will move and change apartments. They'll cut their hair. They'll throw out their whole fucking wardrobe. Because they need to disassociate from it.
Y'all so emotional, yeah.
But you know what?
Eat a dick, okay? Like
I'll never forget like watching one of our friends when he broke up with like the love of his life kind of thing. He was fine for like the first month.
Right.
He went out, he was laughing and shit. But then like month 2 kicked in, all the emotions came flooding.
Yes.
I'll never forget going to his dorm room one day. He was sitting in the dorm room, seat back, laid back. Sad. Just thinking about it, sick to his stomach. I said, what's wrong with you? Oh, man. She really left. I said, nigga, that was months ago.
She got a new man, that's why.
Oh, she definitely did. Yo, and it was a ball player. That nigga was sick to his stomach, bro. He was sick.
Yo, because when we break up, it ain't...
That nigga ain't go to the league. Fuck out of here.
When we break up, it ain't official until you got a new man. So as long as you don't got a new man...
It ain't official then.
We're still together.
If that nigga can't fight, it ain't official. Fuck out of here.
You know what I noticed about men, too? And now, again, I have to... As part of my introduction, I have to say to anybody who's listening who doesn't know me, I'm a psychology major.
I thought you were going to say you're a psycho. I was going to say, yeah. But,
fuck out of here. I'm very sensible, okay? I'm a psych major, so, you know, I can talk a lot of these situations way, way in depth, probably more than anybody ever wants to, but I really enjoy it, so... If I get a little too psych on everybody, I'm sorry, but so...
Keep all that Freudian shit to yourself, my nigga.
But so, you know, I've noticed with men, too, is that, you know, when they break up with someone or when they still have feelings for someone, a lot of times men will throw themselves into other situations, but not the way women do. Like, women will get a rebound and kind of like almost fake fall in love, whereas men will like throw themselves into completely wrong situations, but like still...
I've been there.
You know what I'm trying to say? They'll throw themselves like, oh shit.
Sure.
They'll wake up one morning and realize they still have feelings for you and then go fuck like Sally, Susan, and Sarah.
They're not connected. Our feelings are not connected to our penis.
Okay. And so...
For some niggas. Some of these niggas is emotional, man.
But you know, so that's just something that I've noticed about men. You know what I mean? Like, y'all will do that. Like, and then really think like, okay, I'm good, I'm over it, and then, you know, bump into her and stub your toe, and all of a sudden all your feelings come back. And men, because you guys process things differently, I think like that's why the first month you're so good, because you're like, you're going out, you're probably not really cooking much, you haven't been in your home, you don't realize the laundry's piling up.
We can't eat out no more because the money's like, right. I've been spending all this money.
Y'all don't realize the dishes are piling up.
Yeah.
You don't realize the bed is empty. Like, it starts to get cold, fall hits, and you don't got thighs to rub, and that's when y'all start to realize like,
right around now some bad decisions to make, because you got to lay up for the winter. You can't be out on the streets. Can't be out on these tri-state streets in the winter. It's cold, baby.
Now, mind you, for me, if it takes you all that to realize that me being out of your life was something you didn't want, fuck you.
But why you so loud? Why you so loud? Why don't you quiet down, my nigga?
I will not.
Don't you relax?
He got a little loud on that. I had to turn his levels down. But yeah.
Sorry.
See?
Yeah. But y'all think we think that way. That's not how we're wired, yo. We're not wired like that. We just, like I said, it's separate. Our feelings are separate from...
No, I get it.
So y'all can't, if your man cheats on you, it ain't
No, pump the fucking
First of all, black men don't cheat.
First off,
black men don't cheat. But if it is another man other than a black man, if it is another man other than a black man,
that's right.
You can't always...
That's right.
Thinks he doesn't love you because... He had sex with somebody else. It's not how it works.
I'm not even about to sit here and entertain you advocating for that.
Why?
Because you can't listen. First, and this is not across the board, because for some people, cheating is not a hard limit in their relationship, which we have to come to understand, because so many people will condemn cheating like, oh no, I'm breaking up, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you're crazy, whatever. For some people, it's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, okay, you cheated, and they might be upset, but they move on, and they're good. You know what I mean? Yeah. They might have an open relationship after that. They might, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not everybody feels the same way about it. Like, so you have to first entertain that, but it is absolutely breaking trust. It is absolutely like, it's wrong. It's wrong. And to say like, oh, well, my feelings weren't tied into it. I just stuck my... I see you making mocking faces.
Yo,
but
face
right
just
now? Say like, I just stuck my dick in whatever. Like, that's not an answer. That's not an explanation. And you can't bring that to somebody who loves you and say, well, my feelings weren't tied into...
I get it. You're right.
Into fucking her. You know what I mean? Like, that's not...
You're right.
It's bullshit.
No, you half right.
I will smack your bald head. I will smack your bald head, first of all.
You was right until you said it's bullshit, because it is true, but it doesn't give you an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's true. It may be true, but that's not an excuse. That's basically all I'm saying.
And I also don't think it's necessarily true, because like, men love to say that they don't catch feelings when they have sex.
Oh,
and I'm telling you right now, that's a lie. I've been there. I've been, you know what I mean, in a situation where I was just, you know, in a situationship or whatever, but like we were just hooking up, and the man caught feelings, not me.
I thought I was in a relationship for 3 years.
Were you out texting a lot? The feelings might have came from the texting, though, not the sex, is what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't really like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if we were texting a lot, like if you agree with somebody like, yo, we're just gonna be this, we're not gonna have feelings, we're not gonna do any of that mess or whatever, you know what I mean? Because men like to think that they can fucking not feel, and that's not necessarily true.
She ruined his life. That's what she's saying. That's exactly what she's saying.
Saying it at the beginning, is that what ended up happening?
Saying it at the beginning, but saying it the whole way through, and then it's still happening anyways. Like, but that's a lot of what men will accuse women of. So like, women can't fuck without having feelings. Like, that's not always the case. I've seen women have sex and not have feelings. I've seen women.
That's a good situation to be in, buddy.
You know what I mean? Like,
I've seen it too.
It happens. You know what I mean? You can't just say like, oh, well, we just have emotionless sex all the time. No, that's not true. Some of y'all be in y'all feelings. Some of y'all sit in your bathtubs and cry after women fuck you and duck you. Like, listen,
that's a ego.
It happens.
First of all, if you grown ass man taking a bath.
Let's talk about that. Let's start
there. First of all, baths are fire.
I mean, it depends on what
tub is, right?
It depends on what kind of tub you got.
You're a grown ass man cuddled up and shit.
You can't be in these little. It depends on what tub you got. But
I'm just saying,
like sitting in the bathtub, shedding tears. Like, nah, you probably got candles lit. You got candles.
Oh man!
Shout out to Carl Thomas. He's not a Diddy artist that got me blocked.
Oh my God!
Listen, I wish.
Do you got candles lit, or like when you're crying in the tub? Are the lights off?
I don't know the stipulations.
Tell them that's not your testimony. You ain't know nothing about that.
It's none of my business.
That's right. That's not my testimony.
I'm just saying, like, it happens. You know what I mean? Men want to come off as emotionless, which I think is a horrible thing. I think that we need to start teaching men to feel things and be open about it. But you know, y'all catch emotions off sex just like women do. Sometimes more often than women do. And y'all play it off like you don't care, whatever, and you care a lot. You might care more than she does, and the shit freaks you out. So I'm just saying.
All right, I'm done talking about emotions.
Let's be going to black men.
Who wants to talk about feelings right now?
Listen,
feelings, dog. Feelings.
We're talking about, you know, men and women relating to each
Insecure.
other.
Shout out to Insecure. It's a dope show.
Season 3, can't wait, man.